Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The punter Logan Cook set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. Finding space at the 40. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. A big play there on the first play of the game. 65 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. On first and 10, it's Hall. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Hall again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Mark Ingram. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Titans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Bullet good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Etienne, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Give to Hall running right. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
They'll go again with Hall. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
And again, it's Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try to run with Hall. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Touchdown! Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 2nd and 9, Lawrence escaping the pressure right. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Chandler Jones, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Devontae Harris. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Quez Watkins with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Paul want to give up the middle, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Here's Willis. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Slot man moves right. They go play action with Willis. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Bullock's kick is good, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. To the air on first down. Here's Willis. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First down, Titans, gain of 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A give, running right is Hall. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Breece Hall. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Titans continue to pull away here in this first half. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Hey, Mike 20, Ready?
Play action. It's Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis. Being chased out left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from adding another catch to his big start.
Mustang 19.
To throw again on 2nd down. Willis eluding the pressure right. Going deep here for Watkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. Now a diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. They go play action now. Lawrence steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. From the 24, Lawrence. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jeffrey Simmons. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Hey, Mike, 20 West. Hey,
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. 4th down. Here's Lawrence. And that's Calvin Ridley. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. Straight ahead is Hall. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Breece Hall, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans extend their lead yet again. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Here's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Hey, exit.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Andre Cisco there on the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Hall again. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Hall. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 99 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang. They'll run with Hall. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Well, let's see where they turn on 3rd and goal from the 5.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
They'll go for it. It's Hall.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown.
Breece Hall
Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Titans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So that, Charles, a big decision there on 4th and goal, and it works out.
And that is an example of a coach who's confident in his team. He didn't look at it as a gamble at all. He looked at it as belief. Great starting field position. Let's go ahead and deliver. And they do.
Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Back now in Jacksonville. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Now Lawrence.
And able to find Kirk complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
On 1st down, Lawrence. They'll drop that underneath to ETN.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
Chandler Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Mike 20, Mike 20.
Now Lawrence. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
52, Jaguars nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Lawrence will try again after the pick six. Dancing to his left. Locates ETN along the sideline. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Lawrence going to throw again. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Check 25, check 25. 6 guys, check 6 guys. Hey, orbit.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. 109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. 3rd down, it's Willis. He's going to look deep for Watkins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Titans, they conclude the regular season with a final record of 11-6. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it could be a potentially devastating loss as they finish with a mark of 9-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.